Isaac was 40 years old when he married Rebekah. They were happy in their tent home in Beersheba. God had said that Abraham's descendants would be as many as the stars in the sky and the sands along the seashore. But years went by, and Rebekah still didn't have a child. Isaac prayed to God, and finally, after 20 years, God answered Isaac's prayer, and his wife Rebekah became pregnant. Soon they will discover that they will have twin sons. While Rebekah was still pregnant, God told her that her sons would become leaders over 2 nations, and that the older son would serve the younger. Usually, the older son in the family received something called birthright. Birthright gives the firstborn son special honor, allowing him to inherit twice as much. But God told Rebekah that her younger son would get the birthright and a blessing. When the time came for her to give birth, the first to come out was red, and his whole body was like a hairy garment. So they named him Esau, which means hairy. After this, the younger brother came out with his hand holding Esau's heel. So he was named Jacob, which means deceiver. The boys grew up, and Esau became a skillful hunter who loved outdoors, while Jacob loved to stay indoors around the tents. One day, Esau went hunting. He came home tired and very hungry. Jacob was cooking some stew. So he said to Jacob, "Quick, let me have some of that red stew. I'm really hungry." "I'll give you some of my stew," Jacob said, "but you must swear to give me your birthright." "Look, I am about to die. What good is the birthright to me?" said Esau. So he swore an oath to his brother and sold his birthright. Many years passed. When Isaac became old and his eyes were so weak that he could no longer see, he called for Esau, his older son, and said to him, "My son, I am now old and don't know the day of my death. Now then, go out with your bow and arrows and hunt. Cook the meat for me the way I like it. After I have eaten, I'll give you my blessing." So Esau quickly obeyed. Rebekah had overheard Isaac's words. When Esau left, Rebekah told Jacob what Isaac had said to Esau. "Listen carefully and do as I say," Rebekah urged. "Go out to the flock and bring me 2 goats. I will fix a meal from them for your father just the way he likes it. You will take the meal to him, and he'll think you are Esau and give you the blessing instead." Jacob may have been troubled by his mother's plan, not because he didn't want to be deceitful, but because he was afraid he might get caught. "Father will know I'm not Esau," he said. "Esau has much hair. Father will touch me and know I tricked him. I will bring a curse on myself and not a blessing." "No," Rebekah insisted. "I'll take your curse upon myself. Now go and get the goats." So Jacob brought the goats to his mother, and she prepared the meat just the way Isaac liked it. Jacob put on Esau's clothes. Then Rebekah tied the goat skin onto Jacob's arms, then went to his father. "My father," Jacob called. "Who are you?" Isaac replied, "I am Esau, your firstborn son." Jacob lied. "I have done as you asked. Please eat this meat and bless me." Esau was puzzled. "How did you find it so quickly?" he asked. "The Lord your God brought it to me," Jacob lied again. Isaac seemed uncertain, so he said, "Come close and let me touch you, that I may know if you are really Esau or not." With Isaac's trembling fingers touched the goat hair covering Jacob's arms. Your voice sounds like Jacob, but your skin feels like Esau. Are you really my son Esau?" "Yes, I am," Jacob again lied. Isaac still wasn't convinced. He ate the food and asked his son to come near. Jacob leaned close and kissed his father. As he did, Isaac caught the outdoor scent of Esau's clothes. At last, he believed this was really Esau, and without knowing it, gave Jacob his special blessing. "May God give you many riches. You will rule over your brother. Those who bless you will be blessed." When the blessing was finished, Jacob hurried away. But Jacob left. Esau also came in. "My father," Esau called, "here is the meat. Eat it and bless me." "Who are you?" Esau was puzzled at his father's question. "I am your firstborn son, Esau." Then Isaac began to tremble. "Where's the one who brought the meat? I ate it before you came and have blessed him. And he will indeed be blessed," he said. Esau knew he had been deceived. "My brother has taken from me twice. First he took my birthright, now he has stolen my blessing." Esau begged his father for a blessing, but Isaac could not give him the important blessing because he had already given it to Jacob. The Bible says Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing he received from his father. "My father will soon be dead," Esau said to himself. "Then I will kill Jacob." Rebekah heard Esau's threatening words and warned Jacob. "Esau is planning to kill you. You must live here for a while. Go to my brother Laban who lives in Haran. Stay there until your brother gets over his anger. I will send word when it's safe to come home." Then Rebekah told Isaac, "I don't want Jacob to marry one of the women from Canaan. Let him go to my brother in Haran and find a wife there." Isaac agreed and sent Jacob to Haran with his blessing. Jacob immediately left on the long journey, traveling alone. When the night came, Jacob slept in a field of rocks, taking one of the stones for his pillow. Jacob had a beautiful dream that night. He saw something like a huge stairway that stretched from earth up to heaven. On this stairway, Jacob saw angels coming down and going up. The Lord spoke to him from the top of the stairway. "I am the God of Abraham and the God of Isaac. The land where you are lying I will give to you and your descendants. Your descendants will be as many as the specks of dust on the earth. I am with you and will keep you wherever you go. I will not leave you. I will bring you back to this land." When Jacob awoke from his sleep, he thought, "Surely the Lord is in this place." Jacob took the stone that had been his pillow, set it up like a pillar, and poured oil over it. Then Jacob named the place Bethel, which means house of God. At Bethel, God confirms His covenant, and Jacob would never be the same. So you see, Jacob tricked his brother twice, just so he will get the blessing. Is it good to trick others? No. How do you think some boys or girls deceive or trick? Did you try to cheat to get high grade? Did you try to pretend not listening to your parents? Or did you tell a lie to get what you want? These are all examples of deceiving others. Those who tell a lie and those who trick others like Jacob needs to be punished. But in our story, did God punish Jacob? No. God gave him a second chance. God was with him. So Jacob trusted God that He will bless him indeed. Remember, God knows everything that happens to you. God knows the best for you.